and opinions of this show do not reflect the views and opinions of Wiki Curiosity Media or its affiliates. Wiki Curiosity Media, changing the world you listen to. Okay.
How's it going?
Welcome to Behind the Screen Movie of the Week. I'm Dan.
I'm Angel.
I'm Zach. Sorry.
Get off.
Stop it.
This is literally only our second show, and you're already...
It's a different girl this time, okay?
Fucking around.
We're about to find out.
Right.
I'll put my phone up here, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Yes. Behind the Screen Radio Show. You can find us on Facebook at Behind the Screen.
Alright. Sorry, teacher.
You can also find us at Wiki Curiosity Media on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, which is where this is going to be posted on Wiki Curiosity. Find all of our archived shows on blogtalkradio.com/Wiki Curiosity. Find us on iTunes at Wiki Curiosity. And find us on TikTok at Wicked_Angel, where you can find all of our Fireball Fridays. You can also find all of our previews.
Also, if you're watching those Fireball Fridays, because there's a few of them now, and you have some suggestions for like what we can mix together, throw it out there.
I come out with a really good suggestion earlier.
I don't want to say it was really good, but it might be interesting.
Is it Fireball?
Yes.
I mean, obviously.
Okay, I've already gone down the road.
I mean,
like,
Fireball Friday on Fireball.
We
Fireball on
we've run
Fireball
out of
Friday.
ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it?
Why are we going to tell you? Maybe I'll give one of my turns to him.
Because every time you do something, it ends up being something horrid.
Yes, him, not me.
Is it gonna make me throw up?
No,
Okay.
it's actually going to be healthy for you.
Last time.
Am I wrong? It's going to be healthy.
See, I don't trust you.
You just gave me another idea.
Now
I have another idea.
I don't trust you.
No. Now I have an idea. I definitely have an idea.
Mine this last week was really good. It was
It
quite
was.
tasty.
It was. I'm
You're weird.
I'm kind of interested to. I've got an
I
idea.
drink Fireball daily. Okay, it didn't taste just like Fireball. It was something new.
Here, try some Mountain Dew, right?
I already have.
We've already done the Mountain Dew and the Sprite and
Y'all
all
laugh
that.
me on the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'll be drinking that every day.
Alright, we're gonna take these off.
We've had cranberry.
Ooh.
We have had cranberry. We've had cherry.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
We've
had
had
orange
orange
juice.
juice.
We've done
pineapple
pineapple.
juice.
I was there with pineapple.
We tried something with coconut milk.
That
also
was
disgusting.
Oh no, that was the other thing, right? Or was it?
no. We
It's
did
Fireball. I don't
it
think
was like a
it's Fireball, though.
sangria mix or.
Or it was that shaker thing we got from Marshall's.
Yeah.
That was horrible. I have a whole
'cause
can of that stuff in my pantry now.
the
I don't know what
coconut
to do
milk
with
was
it.
horrible.
It's bad. It wasn't even. The problem was that it wasn't milk. You guys got coconut cream. We couldn't find.
It was
coconut
literally milk.
It was thicker though, and it separated. Remember?
I don't know what to tell you.
It was really weird. But like, I would love some new ideas.
Yes, definitely. Hit us up. On any of the pages that I mentioned.
Especially TikTok though.
Yeah, definitely hit us up on TikTok. So, all right. So last week, I was a little late in posting the show to YouTube, mainly because, well, our internet has been fucked all week.
Who got that fixed? That's right.
Yeah, but who bought the crappy internet in the first place?
Not me.
Wasn't me.
I was just mean enough to get it fixed this week.
I was ready to get good internet, better internet.
But I got it
Xfinity.
fixed. We've had Xfinity.
Xfinity was
super
crap.
fucking
Yeah,
expensive.
when we had it, it wasn't.
And we always capped out on it. It we constantly paid overages on it.
Yeah, AT&T do. They got fiber optics right
I-
there, don't they?
We have internet now.
Yeah, we're good now. We
It's
have internet.
fixed. You want to know why? Because I'm fucking mean. All of their they knew who we were before they met us. Because there's so many notes in their files from an angry woman calling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have a great topic for us to talk about for another 5 minutes. He was upset about it earlier. What did the gas attendant tell you at Costco?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you.
What?
So we're sitting there, because I had to get gas today,
Yeah, I didn't guess
and
anything.
you know, obviously Costco has the cheapest.
For the moment.
Yeah. So we're sitting there, and I've got the windows down because we're just chilling, and I'm in my car, and I hit my vape because we don't smoke anymore. So I hit my vape.
The air that looks like a cloud.
Yes. And the attendant comes over because he was helping somebody else, but he walks over and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm sorry, but we don't allow smoking or vaping on the compound.
The compound?
The
You make it sound like a
gas
piece of shit.
compound."
Oh.
So this the next 5-10 minutes is for over
It's-
vaping.
But
Like, it's just like
right.
I mean,
My
I
question
was
is,
like,
though, is
okay,
it combustible? Because the reason we don't smoke around gasoline is because it's
fire.
it's on it's
Little
yeah,
fire.
It's hot.
but I've seen people do it all the time, so
But
Yeah.
also but why this?
That I
Doesn't
don't know.
even get hot.
that's what he was talking about
Yeah.
for the next 10 minutes.
I mean,
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure.
Look, I was using this. I was using this one, not my little disposable. I was using this one, right? And this one can get hot.
I mean, I guess
Obviously.
I don't know that it can
But-
ignite gasoline.
It puts out less electricity than my radio in my car does.
However, it's their property.
No, I didn't argue. I was like, okay, put my vape down, didn't vape. But I've done it before when I'm sitting there.
I understand, but I mean, it's not really worth. It's not. It's literally not worth it because they're gonna do what they do.
I just thought it was
Do
kinda
we
funny.
understand the logic of it? Absolutely not.
And that was my
Because there
whole
was
point.
no logic,
That-
but
that's my whole point.
if that's
Like,
your go-to, then I mean, fine, whatever. I won't vape where you can see me.
right? But I just don't understand why they say, "Oh, we don't want you to vape while you're pumping gas." It's
I don't know,
Not, put your phone away.
I went to get gas like a month ago, and my car runs really, really quiet. I mean, at least nobody yelled at me, like nobody caught me. But my car runs really quiet, and I was distracted. Kids were in the car. It's hot out.
my thumbs. She hated my thumb. Look, yeah, I get it. I
So-
trust her more.
No, I wouldn't even go through your phone. I don't care.
Y'all know the passcode.
So if it's hot out and I have the kids in the car, I want to roll the windows down, but it was really hot. So I left the air running for a minute while I went and paid and all that. Well, something happened. I got distracted, paid, went straight over, started pumping gas, filled that tank up,
Where my kids
hung the thing up, got in the car, and I was like, oh my God.
But did you die?
I didn't turn the car off.
But did you die?
Oh, it scared the shit out of me though.
I mean, I get some of the.
All the sketchy stuff I've done in my life, vaping at a gas pump.
It's the least sketchy.
Yeah.
No, it's not even close.
No. I mean, I've literally had a propane bottle, like, spew propane in my face.
I raised you one. You remember my Red F-150 I had?
Uh-huh.
I had it legit hanging off the side of a mountain.
I remember you telling me that story, yes. Yeah.
I overflowed my gas tank once and I poured gas all over my car myself in the ground.
Will you just swing your hands under?
It was
I mean,
pretty bad.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
was pretty afraid to light a
Well, see,
cigarette for
it's
like
how do
a
you
few
know?
hours.
How do you know the difference between diesel and gasoline? You smell it.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me either.
Not anymore.
No.
Gasoline will open you up.
You know what also opened you up? The nachos at the old Kingdom.
Oh, my Lanta. My grandma loved those though.
A little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to Sears next.
Fredericks of Hollywood.
Hey, look. When I was a kid, the Sears Wish book was the shit.
Speaking of,
Yeah, Amazon sent one.
it's not even November yet, and I got the first Christmas wish list catalog in the mail already.
But this is when you're supposed to start doing that.
No.
That I'm okay
No,
with.
I was not. I was like, November 1st. Send it to me November 1st. Because, man, these kids are they're not even big. They're too big for 90% of the stuff in that book, but you know they're going to look at every single page.
You got to.
I'm too big for half the
Look at
stuff
every
in the
single
book.
page.
Let
I
me
mean,
put it this way. I'm too broke for Summit. and I'd be looking at everything in the book.
I just look at Legos.
Legoland.
There's a lot in there.
I've been to Legoland. I've been to the
I have
Legoland
not been
in
to
Denmark.
Legoland ever anywhere in the United States or Denmark.
I've been to the original. So there.
I've stepped on a bunch of Legos before.
Thank you. Me too.
I've been to the Lego store. I've been to the Disney store.
Let's go to the Lego store later.
I don't know where the nearest Legos.
No.
No,
Lego-
I'm
no,
banned.
no,
I'm
no.
banned from buying Legos for a while until I make more money.
She's gonna give you ultimatum.
Until you have a bigger house to put for all your Lego shit in.
Like I said, more money.
More money, more problems.
No.
No, I feel like that's a lie.
It is
That
a lot.
whole money can't buy you happiness thing is 100%
That's
not
that's
true,
for people that.
because
That I
everything
agree.
that money can buy right now would make me happier.
That part I agree. That
Like
is a
food
lie.
and gas.
Food,
the
gas,
whole-
a bigger house, like
The whole more
all the
money,
things.
more problems is 100% accurate. Because the more you get, now you get taxed even more. And that's just
Well,
that's
I
just
mean,
the
this is-
baseline of it.
This is
Good point,
true,
yes.
but
we're not even going into the expenditures of it yet.
but
You're just
I don't
gonna get
spend a lot
taxed.
of money. The thing is if I have more money, don't look at me like that.
You're gonna spend a lot more.
No, because
Yes.
as soon as my car's paid off, like that's it. Like I'm
He's
not
gonna
getting
buy a
another
Jaguar.
car.
As soon as he pays his car off, he'll sell it and buy a Jaguar.
I won't sell that thing. I'm gonna run that bitch into the ground.
Alright, Billy, calm down.
Look, that thing gets better
all
gas
I want
mileage
is
than any
like
car
a
I've
good
ever
like
had.
5 years with no car down. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because right now our car notes are the same price as our house.
It's only $200 less.
I don't think it is.
It literally is. I'm the one that literally pays it. It is actually $200 less.
My car payment was crap.
His car payment was what ours is combined.
Ew.
Yeah.
Mine was.
Did that for a whole ass year.
No, it's $100 less.
Okay.
It's not 200. It's 100.
I did.
Yours is $200, $300 less than what?
So every
Our
time,
house payment
every time
is.
I paid it, I went ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I just
Stanley
went
had
ahead
the same
and rounded
price.
it up. So it's like 460. I put like 470.
Yeah.
Glad it's
actually.
I mean, Neil's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
You know, it's a problem with a lot of these younger people or people who don't have a lot of experience buying cars or a lot of credit. You end up paying these ridiculous amounts just to drive a car.
Yeah.
Paid 4,500 down payment. Almost 500.
I think I paid $1,000 down on her.
On your van, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
and we still have a horrible payment.
Yeah. Not happy with it. But in a year and a half, it'll be paid off.
True, she just needs some love in the meantime because I do not want that van to go away for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she's got some emotional problems. It's fine.
You know about emotional problems. My car has got emotional problems.
Your car needs to just be resurrected.
It's about to.
Your
It's about
car.
to be resurrected.
Look. Your car is so bad it needs the Philosopher's Stone from Harry Potter. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's the real name of the Sorcerer's Stone.
Why do you just say Sorcerer's Stone?
Because he wanted to be hoity-toity.
Yes.
Give him a break.
I wanted to be hoity-toity. I wanted to use the proper
Because
terminology.
he's a fucking snob.
I am.
I love you. You are.
I am. We're gonna find out tonight too, especially with tonight's movie.
Oh, Lord.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
I did. About.
Killing me.
Okay. Anyway,
A little verge.
did anything else interesting happen this week?
Yeah. Except
No.
the boss come to work.
Yeah, we got a new boss at work. She alright. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Next week, the kids are on break.
Oh, I got screwed Friday. Yeah.
We don't. This is.
That's not an
while
out-
this is not PG, it's not exactly one of those types of shows. We don't need to know
Sometimes we
about
don't
that.
say everything in the out loud.
Sorry. I was gonna say something much worse, but I ain't gonna say it.
So what happened? Like
I don't
literally?
want to talk about it.
Literally?
No.
No, his character's about to die in D&D.
Yeah.
But we can't talk about it because you're not in that.
I know. I didn't know
You
that's what he was talking
abandoned
about.
us.
I
Yeah.
didn't abandon you. I
Yeah,
was
you did.
making
Literally
smarter
abandoned us.
choices.
She did.
I don't want to go save people. I want to go find over here.
You know,
I'm on a quest. I'm not here to
screw
save
y'all.
people.
I'm out.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I mean, I know y'all helped me earlier, but I don't know y'all. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks for helping to save my life, but fuck you guys.
Exactly.
Literally what you just said.
To a T.
Tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, exact wording. Quotes.
She's gonna abandon the other one next Friday.
Right? Throw his ass to
You're
the
lucky
wolves.
if he lives. What are you talking about?
Oh, hi, monsters. You're after this guy. Not me. Not me. I love you guys. This
Hey,
guy...
stole your Pop Tarts.
It was the frosted kind, too. Those are
Yeah,
the best.
yeah.
Not the regular strawberry, but the frosted.
He ate them cold. He heat them up. The monster.
Right? No microwave, no toaster, no nothing. What the hell?
I mean, we did have a little bit of excitement last night.
Yeah, we did. We did. We had some guy that was
Oh, yeah,
just
you
walking into houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
So we had the police helicopter flying overhead, right? And, you know, I walk outside because all the dogs on
Because
the...
inevitably, if helicopters are flying in Powell, everybody's freaking out.
Yeah. But, you know, I hear dogs barking, like, not just regular barking, like barking. So obviously, excuse me, oh, dinner, a little bit of indigestion. It's gonna happen. So I walk outside, and, you know, obviously I'm gonna have my pistol on me.
I mean, it took me like 15 seconds to figure out what the issue was and why we were seeing helicopters.
Well, so she figured it out, and I heard the dogs barking, and, you know, like, oh, this person was last seen in this area, which is kind of close to
It's
where
literally
we live.
like our house, our neighborhood is here. You jump through a green belt, and there's the street he was on.
Yeah. So I hear dogs barking.
Right.
So I'll walk outside just to make sure. And obviously I've got, you know, I have my pistol in my pocket, but every once in a while, you know, I have it out. And of course the police helicopters flying overhead. You
There's
know,
a leprechaun where they're going, get him.
pretty much. And then, honestly, what I think was happening is I think the cops were looking at our yard decorations last night.
Maybe.
So, because the cops came through with their car and stopped in front of our
Lazy
house.
fuckers, you're not here for that.
True.
But all I saw, like, it was dark, so a spotlight comes through the window, and I'm like, okay.
I mean,
But then it stayed there, and so I got up and I went to the door and I walked out and stood on the porch. And like the minute I walked out on the porch, they flipped the spotlight down and flew down the road and then back out. And I was like,
down to the end of the cul-de-sac, turned around and came back.
that was fucking shady, dude. What do you need? And then I don't know if you've ever been a mod or an admin or whatever for Facebook or whatever, but we have a neighborhood group, and so trying to update like neighbors is painstaking sometimes because they ask questions that you cannot possibly answer, and you're just like,
Sometimes I ask stupid questions that are like,
right there, it's the answers, like, it's right there.
like, you know, 24 hours later, what's going on? Is everybody okay? Look up at the post,
Why are
Becky.
there cops in the neighborhood? What?
That was literally like
what
14
I wrote
hours
was
ago.
the cops are in the neighborhood because of this, and now they're actually in the neighborhood patrolling. Last night, we went to bed. We all went to bed. We woke up. It's a new day, Karen. Her name is actually Karen, so it's cool.
Oh,
It's fine.
Jesus.
It's
Is it?
fine.
I called her Becky.
It's fine. But
Still.
I'm just like, read
I wonder if she's
a
an
sentence.
actual Karen
It's a
girl.
2-line post. Like, I don't understand people. But apparently he's either caught or he has fallen in a ditch. I don't know.
Or he found the right house that he was supposed to go to.
Right. I don't think there's an issue now, because nobody's talking about it.
Just
That's what happens
imagine
here in
that
this
dude
town.
Yeah.
waking
Bad
up
things
and
happen, and then we go to sleep and we wake up the next day and then it didn't happen. Like, that didn't happen.
Imagine, you know, he finally woke up and he got
Sober.
on Facebook sober. He's like, oh my god,
Son of a bitch!
Who's this asshole walking? Oh.
It's me, guys. It's me.
My bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. I saw it. My bad.
To be fair, all the houses look the same here.
No, they don't.
Over there, they do.
That's racial profiling of houses.
Shut up.
It's actually discrimination
You know,
against the rich and the poor.
you're not wrong because they're rich, we're poor. Although their houses have stayed up.
Yeah.
You notice ours is.
They got bricks and like the mortar and stuff. Yeah.
What's wrong with ours?
Half of our outlets don't work. Our roof is falling apart.
Y'all have no garage.
I have a garage.
No, you don't.
No, it's full of all my shit.
It's still a garage. It's still there.
And the posts that hold up our front porch are rotting.
I don't understand why we have a roof over our head and it's not that fucking bad.
It's not. It's really not.
Get a
Our
gallon
outlets
of paint
actually
and
work.
it looks fine.
Just paint over the mold.
Yes!
It'll be alright.
Fuck.
That's what they did in my apartment in Kentucky. They just painted over the mold. It was alright. Fuck it.
Well, I don't see none.
That's what they do in army barracks.
If you have a landlord, that's exactly what they tell you. Bleach water and kills. You don't have mold, you're fine. Move on.
I made you some cookies for the thanks for the help.
But yeah, that was our excitement. You know, luckily we're well protected within our four walls. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're good.
Can't count on the dog anymore, unfortunately.
No, the little dog though, he's kind of mean.
Oh God, he's mean.
And he would wake everybody up.
He would definitely wake everybody up, especially in here, because he has. He did last night.
He got sick last night.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Okay.
So he woke me up at like 4:30 in the morning, and I was like, "Really? Go back to bed." I shined my light down in there. I'm like, You must have just like gagged a little because there's nothing in there. Go back to sleep.
We are gonna have to pull his bed out tonight, though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyway. So that was our excitement for the week.
Yeah. Crazy people.
Yelly dogs.
No internet.
Yeah.
Old people problems.
And the small dog wanting to be friends with every guy, every WoW guy that came in.
This will literally be our week every time. Like we have no life. All of our weekly instances are either at his job or in this house. It's never because we went somewhere.
Somebody got hammered Wednesday.
Oh yeah. I totally forgot about that. So
That's rude.
kind of had.
On that note, you talked
So you're gonna go get more hammered? Yeah, obviously.
touch that phone, sir.
I got my phone. I found it.
I mean, I could stop it and we can come back when she comes back.
No, I'm not really gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna call a slave up to fill it up. It's fine.
Wow,
She
on
means
air.
a child. A child. She means a child.
On air too.
I know, right? She means a child. They're not really slaves. We pay them in food and house.
It's a privilege slave.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Slave.
bad word just came in my head and I will not say it. You know what it is.
It just reminds me
Anyway,
of the whole Thor Ragnarok. Slaves and jobs.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We are so going to get canceled.
Probably.
Anyway, so
Oh, so back up.
Wednesday, 'cause you were here. So Wednesday, we had an impromptu, semi-impromptu spades game here at the house with some friends from work and some friends, just friends. And we bought a literal keg of Fireball. Like, I'm not kidding.
And when you say a keg, it's.
I mean, it's not a beer keg. It's a keg. It's about, this big. I'll post pictures on the Facebook page, of references and stuff. But yeah, it's 3 1.75 liter bags in a can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. For the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just, taking little sips here and there, enjoying ourselves, having fun. Playing spades and, everything. And one of our coworkers, who shall remain nameless, but her name, rhymes with Bamber.
Wow, rude.
I didn't say her name. I just said it rhymes with Bamber.
She's gonna kick your
No,
ass.
you literally did say her name because you should have taken the B out and it's still there.
See, now you just told everybody. I didn't tell everybody.
You literally.
She was drinking this, by the way, out of a keg. It's wonderful.
She literally was just like, oh, yeah, shot after shot after shot.
I mean,
Spilled 2 of them.
We were all
I
doing
saw
that.
that. I saw there was when I went to get some for myself, I looked around the thing and I saw like the whole side of it was just wet. And I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It
Yeah, she spilled 2 shots.
happens.
But, I mean, we all drank, had a good time. Those that had to drive were responsible.
Yes.
Very, very responsible.
Yeah.
Stop drinking early in the night and all that. You know, responsible stuff that you're supposed to do as an adult.
Right, so there's only 2 people driving.
Yeah.
And both of them stayed fairly sober.
They were sober.
Josh
Yeah,
had like
so-
1 shot. Brian had like 1 shot.
Yeah, and then, I wasn't going anywhere, so I drank what I wanted to drink.
Was drinking, and you were going home in an Uber.
Yeah.
So we all drank, and so did Amber. But I think Amber drank more than the 3 of us put together.
She did a lot.
Yeah.
Not all 3 of us combined.
Okay, maybe
Because
not
this
all
one's
3
over
of
here
us.
putting
Yeah.
like 3 shots
Both
in
of
one
us
cup.
combined.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, I was completely coherent. I was fine. I did not get sick. I was fine.
Amber drank more than both of us combined. Yeah, which was a lot because I had a lot to drink because I've been drinking all day.
I had like 7 or 8 shots that night.
You did. You had a lot,
How
which
did
is
you fare?
surprising.
Huh?
How did you fare?
I thought I already told you.
No.
No, my Uber
Yeah.
driver dropped me off at the house and I threw up in the yard.
Well, at least it was outside and not in my yard.
Or not in the car, like
and not in
Amber
the Uber.
did.
I'm sitting there in that Uber car and I'm just like, please get me home.
Aww.
Begging to make it
Aw.
home. Because she's a cute Uber driver.
And you didn't want to throw up in her car.
I didn't want to throw up in her car.
Yeah, I
There's been
blame
some old dude. I'm
So we've decided, like, we want to do that again, but not with a keg sitting in the center of the table.
No. We'll portion it out. We'll hide the cake.
We'll be a little more responsible. Bring your own and, pace yourself.
Yeah. I'll provide the food.
Yeah, I'll
You
cook
provide your
something.
liquor.
We'll do crackers and cheese next time. That'll soak that shit right up.
To be fair, though, we had chicken tacos, which
Which were
I ate
amazing.
one,
they were fucking delicious, by the way.
and I only ate one.
I ate 2. You had 3. But it should have, all the flour and all the stuff in them.
See, I think that's what helped me.
We should have had pretzels or something.
We should have. Pretzels, peanuts,
Yeah,
something.
I think all
Probably
the
not
bread,
peanuts, but peanuts are there to make you drink more because they're
Yeah.
salty. Pretzels are there to
Pretzels
soak
are salty
up,
too.
but they're there to soak up the alcohol.
No, that's what those are for.
So.
That's what bread is for, yeah.
We know next time to maybe have like finger sandwiches or something.
To be fair, we had
It was
cookies
fun.
though. We had
That's
cookies.
true. Nobody wanted the cookies
Oh,
though.
I ate the fuck out of the
I ate 3
cookies.
of the peanut butter cookies. They were good.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. It was a blast.
It was super fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
Like,
obviously.
I want to do
Obviously.
something this week because my kids are out of school and I don't have to we should be responsible. It's Wednesday night. Still have to be up at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Instead, I could be like,
I'm
go
off
the fuck
Wednesday,
upstairs and watch a
Thursday,
movie.
you up.
Leave mommy
I'm
alone.
off Tuesday and Friday.
But you opened, so.
I open Wednesday, but I'm closing Thursday night.
It's a Wednesday night again.
I
You'll
opened
have time to
yeah.
recuperate.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll
I'll
see.
let you
I
know
don't think
because
they're
I
gonna
don't
come back.
Time getting through
Right
the
now.
chat.
Right now.
Well, tell her she can come back and play games and doesn't have to drink. That's
We'll
not-
see. We'll see.
Jesus.
We'll
It's
see.
like- It's like telling me not to drink.
Right?
It's rude. It's rude.
I'm not being rude.
It's rude.
It's funny.
It's,
It's the truth.
It's fine.
Amber, you come over, but you can't drink.
I will.
don't come over.
I'll drink Diet Coke. It's fine. I don't care. I'll do what I need to do.
I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom.
Why does that Coke taste funny?
Why do I smell Fireball? That's cinnamon, Becky.
Right? I had big red gum, fucker. It's close up toothpaste.
I had some cinnamon lattes in the kitchen just chilling.
Right?
Peanut butter's better.
Better than
Anyway.
What?
Cinnamon? With a latte?
Okay.
Peanut butter whiskey is better than Fireball whiskey with coffee is what I'm trying to say.
I agree on that one.
Anyway.
Moving on. So tonight. Okay. So last week we talked about a couple different things. One of those things that we talked about was franchises that, regardless of how bad the movie is, we're still going to watch it no matter what. One of mine was Hellraiser. I Why you always gotta make those faces?
I don't even
You're like,
know. Because I already knew that's what you're. I already know.
I'm segueing into tonight's
I
movie.
know. Keep going.
Keep them all rolling, dog.
Anyway, so one of mine last week was Hellraiser, and Hellraiser, the new movie, Hulu Original, dropped.
Is it?
It's a Hulu Original, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought that you said it was on Hulu, and then I was like, well, why did it release on Hulu and not somewhere else?
Because it's a Hulu Original.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I thought when
It's
you
a kind
this
of
whole
magic.
time that you were talking about a new Hellraiser, I thought it was gonna be like a normal.
Like a theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a Hulu Original.
Okay.
And it dropped Friday night. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but kind of unfortunately, due to D&D and our internet not being available, I was not able to watch it Friday night.
Right.
So we watched it last night. And that's the movie we're going to review tonight. And in honor of that, I've got my Hellraiser cup. I don't know if you can see it.
Anyway.
Burns like hell, baby.
Lance is back.
Don't get me started on Lance. Let's put him back in the box.
We're
Bitch.
literally gonna get us canceled.
I don't fucking care.
Stop.
If somebody is offended by that, then they don't need to be watching us anyway.
I mean, we could always return to the conversation with like him and Walt, which I don't want to each other at work.
Moving on.
See?
Needless to say, I won.
Yeah. Well, Walt was close. I will give him that.
All right. So anyway, Hulu dropped a. Are we okay?
I'm just.
Do we need to pause?
No, you're fine.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Because we can pause.
Maybe for 30 seconds.
Okay. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I know that was absolutely no time for you, but that's all right. We did have to pause and make sure that one of our cats wasn't gonna puke its guts out.
Apparently, we are magnets for sick animals.
If you pause the video and
Then it
no
comes
time-
back. It's like a transition. It just really just shows a glitch for a
Right.
second.
Yeah.
So why are you saying welcome back?
I don't know because it didn't put the transit. I thought you made one of those things for like. We'll
That's
be
it.
right back.
That's editing.
Oh, okay.
that's-
So when you go to edit it,
I
in
can.
that moment, will you put that in there?
I can.
Okay.
I'll have to.
See, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Anyway,
I do everything, in post.
in post.
I do it in post.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like you didn't hear any of the music, but they will. You know why? Because it's all in post.
Is it my people's music?
Yes. Anyway,
Oh,
Not
you're
those-
you're over here.
Not those people, motherfucker.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These are my people.
You know what
he
Joby got me for
discriminated
Christmas
himself.
last year? Was Joby? No. You know what I stole from my oldest son's ex-girlfriend when she left it here?
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
You know what I've got downstairs? An axe. You know what I've got up here sitting on the table right now? She
Right.
knows how to use it.
She discriminated against herself when she said my people.
She met her family.
Literally.
Why do you just
Not
say
like
my
blood.
people?
Like family.
Yeah, but no.
Not the people.
Yeah, yeah. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Not those kind of people.
Jesus Christ.
We are so gonna get fucking canceled.
Cancel.
Only you, not me.
Cancelled or shot. I mean.
Probably both. Both shot on camera, and it's still gonna run as I'm bleeding to death.
Special effects.
Yeah, it's special effects, people. Don't mind the bullet hole. No.
It's like
kidding.
living with
Nobody was it no people or animals are hurt in this video?
Rush Limbaugh and who's the rocker looking dude that has the asshole attitude on the radio?
Oh,
You know who I'm talking
I
about.
know who you're talking about. You said his name too quick, or you didn't say his name. You said, you know who it
It's
is.
not Richard.
Man.
No,
Shit.
it's the guy that has all the topless women on.
MGK?
He's got curly hair and wears fucking round glasses.
Yeah,
and
MGK.
No, radio
he's got a
personality.
radio show.
I don't
Anyway,
Howard Stern.
Yes, and that's who the fuck
How
I'm
would
sitting
I
with
know
now.
that?
You don't know who Howard Stern is?
I don't have a car, nor do I listen to the radio.
It's not that kind of radio, honey.
Anyway.
I don't watch podcasts.
It's not that kind.
I watch one podcast, and it's this podcast.
You hurt my whole heart.
I'll make it OT.
Moving on. Alright, so tonight we're talking about... I can't even think. Jesus. You fucked up my own
There we
brain.
go.
Yes. Yeah.
Hellraiser.
Mm-hmm. Are you connected?
Of course I'm connected.
Are you sure?
To people or?
No, yeah, because we, for the third time we had to change our modem. And I still have things that aren't connected.
Oh, I'm not connected.
You're not, yes.
Where's that at? Where,
Down at the bottom, little globe looking thing. Okay.
Look, if you know how to do all this at home, how come you don't ever help me at work with our computer?
Because I don't know those computers. You see the little Wi-Fi, go to the arrow, click it, then
I got
go
you,
to,
I got
yes,
you.
thank you. Alright, anyway, tonight, we're talking about the new movie Hellraiser. The new Hellraiser. So, when I heard that they were making a new one, I was both excited and nervous at the same time. Because every new Hellraiser movie that has come out recently has been bing bong. Has been absolute shit. Judgment was absolute shit. Revelation was absolute shit.
I don't know if I saw all of those though.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to shut this fucking volume off now.
Hit the mute button on your keyboard.
No, I'm just doing this way.
It's literally the buttons above the arrow buttons, the one that says no more sound.
He's saying on the keyboard.
Oh, no, I got it. It's fine.
Anyway.
We're never gonna get to this movie.
Have I seen all of those movies?
I don't know if you have. You may have seen Revelation.
I'm not saying a single one except for the new one.
Right.
You've never seen any of them?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Who?
Howard Stern.
Oh, Howard Stern, yeah. No, he has not seen. But he got the 2-minute synopsis of the first one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which
Because
pretty much
I always-
explained all of it.
I'm sitting there like watching this movie and I'm like, I'm so confused. I have no idea what's going on. Like,
But here's the thing though, with that movie that you watched last night, you didn't need to know what was going on.
yeah.
No, you didn't, because that movie was literally just could have been a horror movie standalone. I didn't, because those were completely different than anything else I'd ever seen. Other than the box, everything else was different.
Well, the box, Leviathan, and the Cenobites.
He still called them Cenobites.
No,
And Leviathan.
right. No, I'm talking about. Well,
Those are all the same. But
well,
right.
yeah.
It
No,
was
the box was different because it had different configurations.
It did, but the original box was the same. Like, you still saw the Hellraiser box.
The lament configuration.
Don't care.
The
Nobody
point
cares.
is, I
It's the
was
same
lost.
fucking box at the
Yeah.
beginning, and you could watch the movie. I could have never seen a Hellraiser movie and been fine.
Right. So.
Because there was no past to it. There was no story to like that.
Because I'm sure he talks about it all the time.
Not Hellraiser.
No, we don't. Not really. I haven't seen a Hellraiser movie in a long time.
No. It's one of my favorite horror franchises.
Yeah, I know. We've had this discussion
Yeah.
before, and I'm like, no, I've never seen it. I always plan to see it, but then you're like, hey, go watch this movie by yourself.
Yeah, the new one.
Go and ask questions, explains everything, and I get to the end, I'm like,
Yeah. So, like, 5 minutes into the movie, he's like, I'm so confused. I'm like, just watch the fucking movie. And at the end, he's like, that was stupid. You're an idiot.
I'm sitting there about to fall asleep, just watching it. And then like everybody starts talking, I'm like, ooh, I'm interested now.
So, I will say that, like I said, I was both nervous and excited at the same time because I want to see an adaptation of Hellraiser because I want to see what it should be.
Right.
Because when it was made, I think it was made in 87, I think was the first one.
Junkie on Facebook over here.
85 or 87. I can't look it up on my computer.
What is it?
Hellraiser, the original?
1 second.
I think it was 87. I could be wrong. No, it's not that old. It's not that old. No, 80s.
I'm just saying that's over here because you didn't notice.
1987.
I was right. Holy crap.
Disappointed as you go.
Right at the tail end of the slasher craze. But it was a unique vision of horror when it came out. And it was Clive Barker, who tends to dabble on the weirder side of horror.
Yeah, definitely.
He's done quite a few things. Book of Blood was his. The Thing was Clive Barker. The original?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know,
He was weird.
Yeah. He just tends to dabble on the weirder side of horror, and that's my forte. You know, I love Clive Barker. I love Rob Zombie.
Not Rob Zombies.
Yeah, Wes Craven. Like those type of directors are what horror should be. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, even Ridley Scott with Alien. James Cameron, Aliens was his best movie.
Yeah.
No, T2.
That's not true.
No, Terminator 2. T2 was his best movie. Aliens was his second. Anyway.
King Kong was very last.
He didn't do
Was that Cameron?
Yeah.
No, but didn't he do Avatar?
He did.
I liked Avatar.
Avatar was crap.
Avatar was awful.
That'll be another discussion on another show.
Just saying.
He's gonna go to the second one theaters.
Yeah. But when I first saw it, obviously I wasn't a kid. I was a older adult because I didn't watch a whole lot of horror as a kid. But I instantly fell in love with it because it is different.
Right.
You know, it's a whole totally different side of what horror can be.
It's not all scary, nightmarish stuff.
It's not. I mean, it is kind of nightmarish. I mean, you have the priest.
I mean, I feel like there's more psychological thriller than it is, you know.
I mean, it is
Predator,
physical horror.
Well, it's definitely more graphic.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what?
Nathan, when somebody unfriends you and then like 6 months later is like, baby, my friend. What? Okay, just saying. It's weird, but no. I would say it's more of like it's not a scary story.
It is and it isn't.
Right, but it's not like
It's not like a scary
it's not
story.
Freddy Krueger,
No.
which
no.
is a scary story.
Right.
This one is like you go into the movie, and to begin with, it's not that bad. It's very graphic.
Yeah, and that's with any Hellraiser movie.
Yeah, it's more I would say that's the scary part of it. Is it's more the graphicness.
Yeah. The only issue that I have with the first couple of them is that the special effects are so dated that they're laughable nowadays,
Right.
which is sad. And I understand, it's a low budget horror movie, which is fine. But if you get past the special effects and you look at the storyline, it's a really good storyline. And then when you get into the history of the Lament configuration, the creator of the box, the backstory of, we'll call him Pinhead, even though that's not his real name.
Well, I mean,
That's what you call
Pinhead is his name, but he's the priest.
So
He's a priest because
He
that's what
wasn't
they
called
are.
Pinhead until the third movie.
Second, third, as you said.
Yeah, and the only reason that they classified him as Pinhead is because that's what one of the special effects guys wrote it down in the script or whatever. Because like the makeup artists, because that's how they described his his cowl and stuff like that he had to wear. So his nickname was Pinhead, but he is technically the Hell Priest. He is the priest of Leviathan. Because
So when we look at these things, do they come from hell,
No. Nothing.
or do they come from another planet?
so they don't.
Another dimension.
It's another dimension.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
not necessarily hell.
It's not hell in the biblical sense.
Okay.
They are human. All of the Cenobites are human.
Really?
Yeah.
She's human.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, okay, in the old stories, they are all human. We don't know any backstory about these Cenobites yet.
Right. We don't know where she came from. For
But
sure.
we can infer that they are human with the last scene in the new in the new Hellraiser, the last scene, where wish I had. I've got to find a way to have like my IMDb pulled up. Wait a minute.
You should be able to split your screen.
Literally have a phone.
Also
right
that, but you should be able to split your screen. I can have 2 things going at once on my screen.
Yeah, I should be able to.
You just minimize the first screen and
Fucking shit. That scared me.
open up your Google and then.
Yeah, I can't do that because I have the recording going.
Okay.
But that's alright. Let me get some names because, brain doesn't function right. Alright, let me bring up these names. Give me a second. I am so sorry. Okay, here we go. Now I got it.
You could have literally paused that. They would have never known.
I don't care. It is what it is. I didn't want to restart it.
That's the plus of vlogging.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to restart it. Because that... Where is the... See, on this... I don't like this because it doesn't give me... Like... There we go. Okay. Colin. No, not Colin. Yeah. The whatever. Okay. The rich guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Voight, Rot, whatever his name is.
Voight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where I was going with any of this.
I don't either.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought. I suck.
No. So when we first see him again, after the time change, it took me I didn't like the gap in knowing what the hell was going on with him. Like why he had the thing sticking out of him. I think it would have made better sense in the story to know that had happened first, and then we see him being a dick.
Okay, so I understand what you're trying to say. The reasoning behind all that I look at is so we see his audience with Leviathan. Or we see him wanting the audience with Leviathan right at the beginning.
Right.
And then we jump 6 years later. So the reasoning, and then we're, told that he disappeared and stuff like that. It's that little bit of, anxiety when they all go into the house. And, who is this person in the walls? Is it...
Right. What's the noise happening?
Yeah. Is it the rich guy? You're going to have to bring up IMDb.
Okay.
Is it him? Is it... Is it a Cenobite? Is it the priest? Is it somebody else? And, those of us that have watched a whole lot of horror, this movie was not at all surprising. Like, it was not surprising that the boyfriend was in league with the rich guy. It's not surprising.
That was really,
Yeah. That was obvious.
predictable.
Spoilers, by the way. If you don't know that, sorry.
It was predictable.
It was predictable.
He was a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
After about the first, 10 minutes of him and her.
Yeah.
And dealing with the box, it was pretty obvious.
It was
Especially
obvious.
once he got into the house. That was really obvious.
It was obvious when you said, I have the code.
So what am I looking for on IMDb?
The names.
Ooh, the name. Riley was who? That was the girl?
Yeah.
Riley was the girl.
Her name is Odessa Zion.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the names of the characters.
If I messed up her name, I'm sorry. Don't fucking come for me.
I'm looking for
Colin was Adam Faison.
She's not listening.
What?
Looking for the name of the characters, not the actors.
Riley, Colin,
Yeah.
Matt, the priest who is actually really young looking. Jamie Clayton, she's really young looking.
Yeah.
As a person.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Trevor's the guy. No.
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Trevor's the boyfriend.
Yeah,
Colin's the
because
rich guy.
Colin was the boyfriend of her brother. Matt was her brother.
Okay.
Nora was the brother's friend and roommate.
Okay.
Then you have the Chatter, the Weeper, the Asphyx, the Gasp, Joey, and Voight. It was Goran Visn... Nope.
Okay.
Visnyik.
Okay, so we have Voight. Okay, so...
And I've seen him in so many things.
Yeah. So we're led to believe that he disappeared, and was probably taken by the Leviathan. If you knew anything about the Hellraiser franchise, that's where your mind goes. If you don't,
I
you're
actually
just
didn't
like,
know. I had literally didn't know why they were taking them. I was like, oh, well, that sucks.
well, no, I'm talking about that time gap that you're talking
Yeah.
about. Right. So all of that is for her to be led, where she needs to go in order to fulfill the
box.
the box.
Right, to get the power that she seeks.
Yeah.
Whoever does the box and completes the box
Gets a wish.
gets the power that they seek out of the wishes.
Yeah, out of the different configurations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we see the rich guy, Voight. Brain doesn't function right. We see Voight, all of a sudden we see him come out and he's got this like metal piece sticking out.
That was really fucking weird looking.
It was.
I just
And I didn't understand the point of the power, except maybe it kept him alive?
No,
I'll
was
tell you that.
curse.
Kind of. Everything that they
Well,
give you, though, is a curse.
well,
like,
because
you get a wish and a curse at the same time.
Well, see, I was also super confused because I've never seen any Hellraiser whatsoever.
Well, I don't
and then
watch
we
that.
watched the summary about the whole franchise, whatever it was, and then it made sense
Okay.
that their pain and pleasure is mixed.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
can't feel
It's a
pain, they
curse
can
and a
feel
wish
pleasure.
together.
Exactly.
Right.
So they see it as like, I reckon he wished for immortality. That's kind of what it seemed like.
No, so his first wish was carnal pleasure.
Was it?
What somewhat carnal pleasure, which is really what the original guy in the original Hellraiser, his was.
Wasn't it more like pleasure of the senses?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to be able to feel everything.
Yeah.
It
And
was a carnal. It was feeling everything.
right, carnal was the original guy
Yeah.
in.
No, I
So-
think
original.
Voight literally wanted to feel everything.
Yeah, so
Wanted
they-
all of his senses to be like.
And so, like, whenever he was talking about it, like, that scene was grotesque and disturbing.
Yeah.
So many ways.
And welcome to Hellraiser.
Well, no, because, like, whenever
Pretty
he
much.
said it, like, the first thing that ran through my mind was 127 hours. The
I have not
older
seen
movie.
that.
Yeah.
When it's
yeah.
like, the nerves are literally on strands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, huh?
And every time it turned, it. Yeah.
Welcome to fibromyalgia.
Wow,
Here's
way to
what it
downplay
looks-
that.
Here's what it looks like in the horror
Yeah.
genre.
Yeah. But I mean, that was his wish, was to have
Feel
pleasure.
everything. Yeah.
And their version of pleasure is pain.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Because-
pain and pleasure because they don't know the difference.
Right.
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 Like they're the ultimate BDSM.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly the best way to describe Hellraiser.
Yeah.
And so they put all of his nerve strands on.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I didn't
Yeah.
understand what he was saying.
Those were his nerves.
Oh,
That's what I was
that's
saying.
horrible.
Like,
Yeah.
Whenever he was messing with the try off, and he picked it off and hit it, like he was like, oh.
Yeah, those were his
Yeah.
nerves.
That's horrible. It's horrible.
Welcome to
Damn
Hellraiser.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Hellraiser.
Yeah, that's
And then,
Yeah.
when he wished for ultimate power.
right. And we saw what happened with that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the machine kind of
Right.
falls apart, and then, he's stitched back together.
which also, by the way, looked horrendous. Out of all of the movie and all of the shit that was going on, that part in itself, where he lost the first wish, and it was coming out of his body, and then we're watching him like come back together, was it was really gross.
Did you
Actually,
notice though, whenever all that was happening, he didn't have a heart the whole time?
Yeah.
he did not have a heart while his wish was in,
Right.
and then when the wish fell out,
'Cause the heart
we
come
saw the
back and it's
heart. We
come
saw the
back,
heart come
yeah.
back.
I just noticed that light is right on you.
Oh, hi.
It's really shining you bright.
Would you like me to do something about it?
No.
Would we like to have fun?
No.
Turn it red. We were talking about Hellraiser, so you know you're red.
It doesn't do anything. No. But it's a less of a light.
What's that one?
No.
No.
It just lights up the back of our screen.
Yeah.
There we go. Blue. That one's perfect. Leave that.
He's like, just stop fucking touching it.
Right?
It can be pink.
It's the
for all
same
I
blue
care.
as is right here.
Actually,
And that.
Like,
I do
nice
it.
blue.
Look, it's
It
there
does.
because of my pride and whatever. I just wanted to look pretty.
Anyway.
He's not gonna touch that stuff.
I know, rude. Fucking rude, actually.
You don't need a light to make you pretty.
There, see, look. this right here.
Now she thinks she's a horseman from Supernatural. Turn my ring and things happen.
Shit right.
No, I don't. Anyway, so yeah, when we see that thing falling apart and breaking apart, and then him being stitched back together,
well, and then
is
how
probably
they take him for his next wish?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, big old fucking.
Those were huge
chains. It was just one.
It was just one.
Literally, just one, straight through him.
It was huge though.
Yeah.
See, and I kind of felt bad for the guy because.
No.
Listen. One, he literally had his nerves on a string.
But his sheer pleasure when it was done, like when he healed for a second,
that's what I'm saying.
He had like 30 seconds of sheer fucking relief and pleasure.
Yeah. But it's so intense that he's just begging to die. Begging. Finally, it falls apart. Now he's feeling the pain of his body morphing back together. And then 30 seconds, right.
He's like, oh, thank God.
Next thing you know, here comes the train right to the heart.
Right.
Right where everything healed up.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand kind of feeling bad for that.
Like, I didn't feel bad for it.
Look, I have seen a lot of shit in horror movies. I have seen movies that no other person should ever see in their life. I've seen movies that will make people sick.
And they're huge trauma responses.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. In that moment, and maybe it's because, there's a cat that wants out.
Oh,
Small, very short bit of reality. Maybe it is because of trauma, but in those moments, in that moment especially, like I literally had zero sympathy for him. I kind of took pleasure in it. Like I didn't care. I did not care. When she stabbed the other dude with the piece, I felt okay with it. I had some closure for her with it. I didn't care.
That's the only problem I had with that movie. Is once you're stabbed, you're potentially marked for death.
No, you are marked.
You are.
And they're coming for you. They stabbed like legit 3 other people with that thing.
It's the last one stabbed.
Yeah.
It's just like stab. Oh, now it's gonna tag. Like tag.
But it is. It's the last one stabbed.
Yeah.
That blood is the blood that they're hunting.
I'm like, that could have been like a whole ass another wish. I mean, like they're just stabbing people.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I didn't feel anything for him. It was gross. Like it's kind of gross to watch, but
See,
I was
me,
okay with the moment.
It was.
I felt bad for him, but I didn't care about the boyfriend.
I did not feel bad for him at all.
So
because he knew what he was doing when he was dragging those people in.
Yeah.
He was sacrificing them.
I didn't feel remorse.
I also didn't feel bad for the lady.
I felt his physical pain.
No, that was gross, but
like his whole.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like that physical pain.
Right, but I also felt zero remorse for the lady that worked for him.
The lawyer?
Yeah, I didn't care.
No, fuck her too.
I didn't care.
No.
Well, she was already about to die anyway.
Well, no, she knew what she was doing as well.
She did it on purpose.
She was already about to die, so the fact that she died,
I didn't care. True, but I didn't. True on that level, she was an easy sacrifice, but she deserved what she got, and she knew she did.
I will say, I was going to say, I will say that I am a little disappointed we didn't get to see.
Oh, we didn't see what happened to Matt either.
We didn't.
Heard him,
but there's a difference. Matt, we're supposed to feel a connection with.
I absolutely felt remorse for him. I felt it was shitty. I kind of wished my female self kind of wished at the end that she had been able to actually bring him back.
Right.
For his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because he didn't deserve to be there.
No.
That wasn't on him.
No. But I kind of wish we would have seen the lawyer. Like, that was kind of shitty. That we got to see everybody else. All these quote-unquote innocents. Like the roommate.
Yeah.
Nora? Yeah, that wasn't on her.
Now, that one...
That was shitty.
Like, that, to me, was like the second worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really shitty.
Because she's just sitting there
she
all
was just trying to be helpful.
And every time she moves, it's getting them nerves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there like...
Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
If we look at this movie from a much wider angle.
Okay.
We look at Riley. Riley is an addict.
Yes.
She's a hardcore addict.
Yes.
She was an easy target for somebody looking for a target.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at the wider angle of this, all of those victims, what happens to families of addicts?
They get torn apart.
Yeah. Like, it's a much... If you look...
It has a
No,
very
as-
good message.
Yeah. This has a very... Yeah.
Yes, because as somebody who... My brother is an addict. I'm not afraid to say it. He's a hardcore addict.
Yeah.
And watching her and her struggles, like, yeah, it's not a trigger, but watching her and her struggles, yeah, it's very reminiscent. Like, I've been that sibling who has been there to help and been there to fight for every bit of your whole sobriety.
Yeah.
Then you fuck it up. Now I want you to fuck away from me. I don't mean it, but in that moment, I want you to fuck away from me. Like, that whole story, though, if you were to break it down outside of horror, has a whole other message.
It does, and that's what it was for. I mean, that's what it was meant for. It was meant as the depiction of...
Look what your addiction did.
Yeah,
Look
of
what you
addiction
did.
and what addiction can do to families.
Yeah. You made a rash decision.
Yeah.
And look what the fuck you did.
And also the follies of wanting power. Greed. Yeah. Not a social. It's not a social commentary on capitalism, people.
I'm literally not saying it's not a woke film. It's not politicized. I'm not condemning Hulu. I am saying that you can take it from a horror point of view. But if you're someone like me who has like extreme experiences with addiction, you can come over here and be like, God damn.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of movies that have these types of messages in them.
You just have to find them, though.
You know, you look at Antlers. Antlers has got a huge message in it.
Stop.
Yep.
Take a breath.
Okay.
What message was that?
Message.
That's what I said.
You said message.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
What message?
Okay. Antlers has a huge message in it.
It does.
Don't eat.
Child abuse.
Absolutely.
Child
and
abuse
he
and
was
neglect.
a huge monster. And because he was such a monster, he took away one sibling.
Yeah.
Left this one here to, like,
Fend
for himself.
Yeah.
In a world that was against him completely.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's hard for people outside of those situations to see the message. They see the movie.
Yeah.
But if you live in those situations, you 110%. You see the message.
And that's one of the things that
I was disappointed in that movie.
I wasn't. It touched me a lot.
I was talking about, you're talking about the message in the movie. I'm talking about the movie itself.
In which one?
Antlers.
Absolutely
I still liked it.
Absolutely not.
We haven't reviewed it.
Yeah.
We should.
This year we should.
We might do a quick, just like brief review on it.
Yeah, we could do it with something else.
Yeah, or we can do it as a standalone. We literally
I don't
can
care.
do this
do
anytime we
want.
But yeah.
We see a lot more of that now, though. I think since COVID. Honestly, since COVID, we're seeing a lot. We're going back to a lot more of the hidden message movies.
Yeah, the quote unquote
after school specials,
social commentary
after
movies.
School specials,
but they're not social commentary. You know, they're not like in your face social
That's
commentary.
what I'm saying, though.
It's not like Dead Presidents social
No,
commentary.
but I'm saying like they could literally be the movies where there's the kid at the end of the movie giving you the after school special speech.
They could, and a lot of them are horror movies.
They are, because there's a lot of horror in the world.
Yeah, and the horror genre.
Hopefully to God, there's not much of priest running around in the actual world.
You know, I mean, we never know. We never know. But there are definitely monsters out there doing horrible things to other people.
Yeah. I mean, we're literally watching a TV show on Netflix right now about one.
And you know what? Okay. I definitely, after we're done with it, I want to review it. But I will tell you this. I had to tell my 11-year-old not to watch it on my profile today because her and her other 11-year-old friend decided that they wanted to watch it. And I was like, okay, but I'm telling you, like, it's really disturbing. There's some really disturbing parts in it. Don't judge me. She's 11. She's not stupid. They watched it. They made it through 2.
We watched the first 2.
But she could have watched it longer. They made it through 2.
And they stopped.
I
wonder why. I wonder if that's why.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I really do think she was sick yesterday.
Okay. Anyway.
I might have to watch it.
But
you already know what it is. You've already seen it. Dahmer.
The whole thing?
Dahmer?
Yeah. No.
You haven't seen the show?
No.
I thought you have.
I told you I've seen Hannibal.
I thought you watched Dahmer.
We're on camera.
Okay. Interrupting kids.
But at least we have them. We're helping to repopulate the world with assholes.
Yes. Okay.
We're going back to old school.
Okay. So, back to the topic of horror movies.
Yes.
Because obviously that's what this is.
Yeah.
It is a horror movie.
I mean, it is.
It's straight up horror.
Yeah. It has to be because of the content over here on one side, just the psychological part, her thinking she's crazy.
Yeah.
And then over here with the graphic.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, you have people being ripped apart. It's horror.
And if you have been alive more than 20 years, and you see the pins in the face, like.
You know who that is.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. It was a little different.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking forward to this movie.
I know you weren't. I know you weren't.
All.
You don't like the Hellraiser series.
It's not even that. I grew up. You want to know my trauma response? My mother subjected me to every 80s horror movie there was every time my dad went camping. So like Freddy, Hellraiser, Jason.
Which reminds me, I gotta tell your mom to watch the new Hellraiser movie.
Jason, like all the old ones. Anyway, she would fucking. I was like 7, and she would subject me to these things. And so I grew up hating them because, like, I knew every time my dad left for a 2-week vacation on the summer, like, I was gonna have to watch the shit. But,
And then she married somebody that's a horror fanatic.
Right, and so I knew about Hellraiser. It's not like I never saw it, obviously. I wasn't looking, just like with, not horror, just like with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's something I grew up on. Literally grew up on it. Like, I saw all the old guys.
Yeah.
From day one up. Not that I was born that early. I'm not that old. I just watched them. But every doctor was a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the man.
Yeah.
Like that was my hero for however long that man lasted. And when they changed it to a woman, call it what you want, I had no interest.
Yeah.
That wasn't my man.
Well,
it wasn't my person.
The whole thing, the whole essence around it changed.
Right, and then when you look at Hellraiser, I'm not saying this movie. When he first told me it was going to be a woman, I was like, but really?
Yeah.
Really? However, watching this movie, she played a very minute role. She was where she needed to be for power moments.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
So
I hate the fact that she was a woman.
Well, then you also look at the Predator.
No, nope,
that's right too.
Only Predator I have liked.
A man, and now it's a woman.
What?
The hero.
Oh no! Hellraiser person was a female.
Right.
We know this. He's talking about Hulu.
It's
or he's talking about Prey.
They're Hulu originals.
Right, but
Hellraiser went from a man to a woman. Now Predator has went from a hero man.
Usually a male
hero. Yeah, but that wasn't my issue. It was the main character.
Right.
So when we look at Hellraiser, even though that person played a minute role in the movie, it's about them. Doctor Who, it's about them.
Yeah.
Predator, it's about the predator.
Yeah.
So I loved Prey, actually.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought it was and it wasn't because it was a woman. I loved the Native American aspect of it.
I don't feel like Hellraiser was solely focused on the priest, though.
It's so.
I feel like it was like the priest was in the back, and then, like you said, come out when
directed
moments.
So when
it wasn't focus of the attention.
When we look at the Hellraiser series, even the old Hellraiser series, when you have the movies that are solely focused on the priest, they're shit. Because that's not what the movie is about. The movie is about people seeking these wishes, these untouchable dreams, and going about them through nefarious means.
Well, I mean, they're sacrificing other people for their own wants and gains.
Yes, that was the first one, the very first Hellraiser in '87.
But
it's about I know. Yeah, and that's the biggest difference in these movies than in, say, other slasher movies. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Is it a slasher movie though?
Horror franchises.
Okay, I'm being serious.
It's not really a slasher.
I don't know that I would classify it there.
It's a horror franchise.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of slashing going on.
I mean, there was gore.
Yeah, it's a gore. It's a gore fest.
But
is what it is.
Scream would be more slasher.
Yes. So when we look at these other horror franchises, when we look at Nightmare on Elm Street, that's all about Freddy.
Yeah.
That's slasher.
Yeah. Friday the 13th. That's all about Jason.
Yeah.
Slasher.
Halloween, all about Michael Myers.
Slasher.
Hellraiser, all about the box.
But I don't see that as a slasher movie.
No, I'm talking about franchises.
That's why I just walked over to horror franchise.
Yeah, that's why I said horror franchises, and I was taking the big horror franchises.
Yeah.
When we look at Hellraiser, it's not about the priest.
It's not.
It's about
his
the main character. It's about the main character and their desire for this certain wish and going about it by using this box to get what they want.
So which Hellraiser was it where they were in a house at a party? It wasn't the first one.
Hellraiser.
You said house, and that's the only thing I've seen in the first one.
I want to say
literally
that's
a party.
Yeah, because it's about a video game.
I don't know if it was about a video game. I just know they were in a house. It was a party, and I will say that one was literally the most gory one I've ever seen.
I think that's 3.
I think
because
so.
there's one where he's not even in it. Pinhead.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I think it's 3 or 4. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think it was 3 though. I do think he was in it because it was like so. These people would enter different rooms in this house during this party, and horrible things would happen to them.
I'd have to watch him again.
That one was I will say, Hulu tamed this down a lot because that one was way more over the line.
So I'm gonna have to disagree. Hulu did not tame this down because if you look at the first and second ones, it's roughly the same amount of gore as in this
80s.
one. 80s and 90s.
Right.
But still, I mean, it's but so is so were these other ones. They were made in the 80s. The started in 87.
Right, but if you look
and went to 2018.
Right, but if you look at whatever number this one is,
10, 11,
not
11.
Not the one we just watched. The one I'm talking about, the one in the house. If you look at that one,
right,
like it was indescribable. It was so fucking gory.
Right.
Every room that they entered was a different level of gore.
Right, but that's the exception to the rule.
I'm just saying.
In the Hellraiser movies.
It was horrible.
Right, but that's the exception. Because Hellraiser, while Hellraiser is gory, it's not fixated on gore.
It was pretty bad.
It's fixated on.
That may have been that one. I don't know, but it was like every damn room. Damn, it was bad.
Yeah, they were pushing the limits.
Yes.
I kind of
knew. Okay.
You need to watch. You need to watch the Hellraiser franchise, like the entire franchise.
You should. I mean, you should, but
yes,
you should.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like some of them, kind of dumb.
Trying to finish Naruto over here.
For a 7-year-old, they were scary. But now that I'm an adult, like some of them are kind of dumb.
Well, I mean,
then others were like, Jesus Christ, why?
Yeah. Well, when you look, I mean, that's with any horror franchise, any franchise in particular.
Do you think that they'll make another one with this female?
I hope so.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I want the story to continue because, just like the first one, I want the backstory of the priest. Because we got the backstory of the priest in either 2 or 3.
The original priest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the backstory of her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I wonder if they'll tie it in together.
So here's a question for you. Here's a question for you, though.
Okay.
This man, Voight, literally reached the ultimate of the box.
Yeah.
Wanted power.
Uh-huh.
Would not ultimate power be being a priest?
No.
So that's why I was telling him, but looked
I'm
like
just
a prequel
wondering.
to me.
But
because
but
that
they
makes
didn't
him like the
promise.
side person.
They didn't promise him ultimate power.
Okay.
They promised him power.
No,
that
they
he's
promised
never-
him power beyond what he could imagine.
Right, which is becoming a Cenobite.
Okay. So then, what power do you? My only it's kind of like if we look at her next story.
Right.
Like, what ultimate power would you have to achieve to become a priest?
So.
Because if she was a human,
Right.
the fuck did she do?
So in the originals.
And we did see her. Did we not see her somewhere in the movie becoming?
No.
What was that? Because we saw.
She was taking pins out and making somebody else.
Yeah,
Okay.
When she went through the neck on that chick.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I thought we saw her becoming.
No, you're thinking of the original.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about the other night.
Or the very
Well,
end
they
of
didn't
it.
show it.
Okay, I thought they did.
No, you are
The very
thinking.
end.
Maybe. No, I
When
saw
he's
the
up
very end. I
there
saw
and all
Voight.
the
No, I
things
saw
are going-
Voight. I know
Yeah.
that one where they split him, and that was
That was kind of badass, I will say.
That was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Just ripping him apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was inside out and shit. Yeah.
So the reason, okay, So when we look at the original, the reason why the priest became who he is was he was a British officer in World War One. He was at one of the biggest battles and saw like all of his friends, basically his whole platoon die, and he was one of the very few survivors. And
I said the only survivor.
he based it off of somebody that was an only survivor.
Okay.
His like feeling and backstory.
Right.
So he basically lost all faith in humanity, lost all faith in God, lost all faith in pretty much everything. And he gave himself over fully to the box. Like,
right.
He sought the box to basically escape from the life that he had and to feel something. He was completely numb. From his experiences in war and experiences with the human race and stuff like that. And that's what gave him the quote-unquote higher calling. And that's why Leviathan chose him to become his priest. Was because he had fully given himself over to the box and to what the box had to offer.
Okay.
The lament configuration.
Right. But you've not seen all of the configurations that we saw last night before.
No, they only had one configuration.
And now we have what?
That one.
5 or 6?
Six. We have 6 configurations. So that's how the original priest, Pinhead, whatever you want to call him, that's how he became the leader of that sect of Cenobites.
Yeah.
And now I want to see how she became the leader, because that's what she is. She's the priest. She's the hell priest.
She's the head of whatever team she's
that
got.
sect of the Cenobites.
Yeah.
So, I would not mind another one. So, it's not a big secret that I hate remakes. I hate remakes. I hate reboots. I'm not a big fan of reimaginings. But I will say here over the past decade or so, especially in the horror genre, some of them have actually been pretty good. When you look at the Evil Dead remake, it was absolutely fantastic. When we look at like Carrie's shot for shot was amazing. And we look at Hellraiser, which is essentially a remake and a reboot all at the same time, because it's to reboot the franchise. I've been impressed with the streaming services redoing these movies, redoing these franchises. You look at the Predator franchise, which is a franchise you don't touch. It's like the Alien franchise. You don't touch it. And Hulu remade it. Rebooted the franchise in a sense. And they did a fantastic job. Same thing with Hellraiser. They did a fantastic job with this movie. I'm not going to say I loved every bit of it. I'm not. But there were aspects of it that I really liked and really enjoyed. And, I love the fact that they stick to the original vision of what Clive Barker had, but put a modern twist and a modern spin on it. So.
Okay, so what did you think of it? Being the only one at the table who's literally the bigger fan.
No kidding.
What did you think of it?
I literally just said I liked it.
In comparison to the male priests, how do you think it did?
Okay, so if you look at the actors side by side, and you look at the roles that they played within their respective movies, I think they're comparable. Honestly, I think they are side by side. I forgot his name. the guy that did the original. I just had it.
Robert?
No, the actor. What is his name? Doug Bradley. You look at Doug Bradley's.
He's old.
Yeah. You look at Doug Bradley's performance, and you look at the performance of the new priest.
Right.
Their performances side by side are just as engaging, just as powerful, and just as
There's no.
enigmatic as each other.
One thing I did like about it is like, and I think it added to the creep factor. To me, it did. Was every time she spoke, there was no expressions on her face.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just straight.
Which is normal for the Hellraiser.
Right. That's
Really
what I'm
weird
saying, but it's like it was just no expressions on your face whatsoever.
Yeah, and that's the same thing that Doug Bradley did. That's the same way that Doug Bradley acted.
It looks like there's been 6 different Hellraisers. One of them has no pictures. Like, you have no idea what it looks like.
Characters? Like actors?
Yeah.
I only
Drummond
know
Dorosky was Hellraiser Deader, Winter's Lament, which was 2009.
Okay.
No pictures of him. Then we have Stephen Smith Collins,
Uh-huh.
who was Hellraiser Revelations.
Which was a horrible one. Horrible.
Well, he looks like a horrible actor, so sorry.
It was a horrible movie.
You're gonna get a message later. What the fuck did you say?
Then you have Jay Gillespie, who looks like he's 12. And he was...
Judgment?
Oh, hold on.
Says Revelations right there.
Where?
Did they have 2 different actors in Revelations?
Yeah, it was Revelations.
It's 2011 though.
2011.
Which was a horrible Hellraiser.
He was super young.
Yeah.
Super young.
You could tell. You could definitely tell.
Yeah, he like super young.
Yeah.
Looks like he's 14.
Yeah.
And then you have
Paul T. Taylor.
Hellraiser Judgment, which was
crap.
Paul T. Taylor.
Yep, which was crap.
And that was 2018. And then Doug Bradley was a lot of Hellraisers.
Yeah, he's the original. Yeah.
6 of them right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 88, 92, 96, 2002, 5, and 5.
Mhm.
5 and 5, damn. 2 in the same year.
Yeah.
And then Jamie.
Yeah. So I will say, Doug Bradley and Jamie, who's the new one?
Clayton. Yeah,
Jamie Clayton? Okay. Side by side are just as good as each other.
Well, I will say Paul T. Taylor looks the part. Like, he looks really good.
I don't remember that.
That was
That one.
Judgment, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he kind of looked like Doug Bradley, but his acting skills
I
were
mean, yeah, like
negligible.
he looks like he has the blank face of
Yeah.
the priest.
Yeah. And some of these you can find on like Tubi, which is free. So I mean, you can probably just.
Yeah, I know.
type
My
in
mom has watched
Hellraiser.
multiple things on TV, so.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can stand like commercials every now and then, it's
yeah.
fine.
What I will tell you, Doug Bradley, that man has put in his time.
Yes.
He looks old.
Yes.
He looks tired.
Well, when it was first announced, it was announced that Clive Barker was coming back, and that
This
Doug.
movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that Doug Bradley was coming back, and I was excited.
Right.
But then I started seeing like that there was no news, and then I
Right.
started seeing previews, and I was like, "It's not Doug Bradley, and this is definitely not
Clive Barker. Yeah. No. No.
I mean, it's David. What is it? David Bruckner, I
hold
think.
on. You're fucking me up. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get another. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was David Bruckner.
Yeah.
And then Ben Collins wrote the screenplay, and Luke Piotrowski and David Goyer all wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
So
It
was a take on Clive Barker's original.
Right.
It was not Clive Barker, obviously.
Right.
So.
And that was a little disappointing when I found out that Clive Barker was not involved.
At all, like even as a producer.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was looking through the credits looking for his name, and I was like, he wasn't involved at all.
What if
No.
What if he was, but he remained anonymous?
I don't think so. I don't think
No.
he had any part in this, honestly.
No.
Because he's especially with this franchise, he's pretty out out there. Like, he would have at least been listed as a producer.
Oh yeah.
So.
And he may be actually done with the franchise. We don't know. You know, I mean, he may be done with making movies. Period. It's been a while since he's put anything out.
Yeah.
What the?
This one?
No,
What
did
the
you see
fuck?
it? Yeah, now you
What?
see it.
Is Pinhead now a Disney princess? You motherfuckers.
So to be
Hey,
fair,
Cinderella.
With Hellraiser airing on Hulu,
yes,
Pinhead is officially in the Disney family.
yes,
So let's decide where the iconic character belongs in Disneyland.
Villain.
Let's not.
That's
Let's
awesome.
not. She's not a Disney
She was a
princess.
little kid.
Jesus Christ.
she's a villain. Let's be honest.
Let's be truthful.
Yeah.
Come on. And don't put her in the fucking Disney things. Stop.
She is though.
I don't care. We're not making a Disney Pinhead.
All the kids come around.
Oh my god, I can't wait to go to the Disney store and see a plush fucking Hellraiser, fucking Pinhead. That would be awesome.
Hug me.
Just like a little Chinese thing.
Are you my mommy? God damn it.
That's Dr.
I guess she would be like, are you my daddy?
That's so weird. Just stop. I would. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Right? Take a breath. Take a breath. It's fine. Take a breath.
It's okay.
Okay.
That'd be funny as hell.
That would be hilarious. I'm gonna have to look up
You
Disney
done
store.
ruined my whole day.
You done fucked me all up.
This
The other
Pinhead
ones go down there.
Disney princess. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yes, sir. What do we do for you?
So, we are down to a few minutes. Last-ish few minutes of the show. I do want to do a final act for this movie. I don't have any sound clips or anything. I'm sorry.
We don't have the boy's
Ladies
voice.
and gentlemen,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
time for the
He didn't
final
really
act.
get on that one.
I can get some voiceovers and stuff like that later if I need to. As we move on, you know, and I get more creative with this, we'll have fun. But it is time for the final act. I'm going to be generous and say, who wants to go first? No takers, really? Really? Okay, Miss Angel.
Okay,
Since you
so,
did not volunteer.
so before we go there,
Okay, do you have any fun facts?
I do have a fun fact.
Sweet, I like
So-
fun facts.
Doug Bradley,
Yes.
the original Pinhead,
Yes.
was blown away by Jamie Clayton's Pinhead in the reboot.
Good.
He wrote in a Twitter post, I'm a bit blown away by this. The clever redesign of the makeup, the shimmer of the pinheads, the palette, whatever that keyhole locket tracheotomy thing is at the throat.
Yeah.
It's simple, subtle, disturbing, and sexy. Everything it should be. Peace and pain.
Yes. I agree with him 100%. 100%.
Did you know that this was filmed in Serbia? Which is super triggering for me right now.
It doesn't surprise me.
I wonder why.
It's literally like, I don't know where to go with that.
Okay.
Filmed in Serbia.
Yeah. It's. I'm not gonna say.
Jesus
it.
Joey, shut up. No.
Okay.
So
Your final act. What did you like about the movie? What did you not like about the movie? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it?
okay. When you first brought it up, which was quite a while ago, I was not excited. Had zero interest. One, I'm not that's not my franchise. I don't care. So even if it had been a man, I probably wouldn't have been like excited about it. I was less excited that it was a female because I had no idea where they were going with it. But I was like, Jesus Christ, I don't like what is this?
Right.
I don't want to do it. Little surprised to hear that it was a Hulu original, considering what I watched.
Okay. But Hulu's got some other horror movies coming
No,
out
I know,
that are
but I'm
actually
just
pretty
saying,
good
like,
looking.
was very not super surprised because we've talked multiple times about my opinion on Hulu and Netflix and their original movies.
Yes.
And how great they are.
Yeah, original movies, TV shows.
How impressed I am with the fact
Yes.
that they are above and beyond mainstream.
Yes.
So that doesn't surprise me. What did surprise me was that I liked it. I did not play on my phone or my tablet during the movie. I didn't get drunk. Like the normal escapes of Joey's movies, I did not partake in. I watched the whole movie. I was happy that it was standalone. If I had never watched a Hellraiser movie before this, which I had, I would have still been fine. Like, I still would have been okay. I would have been able to follow the story. It was fine.
Right.
It was a decent horror movie. I liked the characters. It was a little, for lack of better words, it was a little triggering in the addiction sequences.
Okay.
And just realizing that the movie ties that in. It wasn't those moments in particular. It was just seeing that when you take in the movie as a whole, when the movie was over,
right,
and then you start thinking about the movie and you're like, damn,
yeah,
she done fucked everything up.
Yeah.
So that was a little rough, but I liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was raw.
Yeah.
What I didn't like about the movie, again, some of the time jumps. It was hard following the sequence. Some of the story could have been tied in differently.
Okay.
But I didn't hate it. Would I watch it again? If they make another one.
Okay.
If they make another one, I will watch this one again to make sure I follow it correctly. Right. Would I recommend it if you like horror movies, you like Hellraiser, you like Hulu? I don't know. Like, yeah. If horror is your thing, watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're my mom, watch it.
Yeah. Zach, your final act.
Considering I've never watched any Hellraiser movie ever in my life, and I didn't know who Pinhead was till this year, watching this movie was confusing as fuck to me. It's hard to follow along. Got the basic gist of it thanks to that little 2-3 minute video we watched on YouTube earlier.
Okay.
But after watching that, it's alright. Not gonna say it's terrible. Not gonna say it's the best one I've ever seen.
Okay.
I would
It's the only one you've ever seen.
as far as horror movies goes, but yes. Yeah, I'd probably watch it again after I watched the first couple. The only problem I had with the movie is there should have been a lot more deaths in the movie. Because when old boy got gutted up his stomach and somehow managed to walk around for another 30 minutes, all while bleeding and also getting strangled up with barbed wire or whatever it was. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of out there.
Okay.
That's the only problem I had with it, but other than that, it's brutal, violent, gory, and bloody. All what a horror film should be. But yeah.
Okay. So, I'm not a big fan of remakes. We know this. I will say
definitely a reboot.
It was a reboot, still a remake.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's a reboot. And you know, I've on some of our past shows, I've discussed the difference between a remake, reboot, and reimagining. This is a reboot and a remake all in one.
Right.
I will say though that I did quite enjoy the film. It was, to me, it's what Hellraiser should have been when it was. This is what Hellraiser should have been for me, in my eyes. If Clive Barker would have had access to the technology that we have now, if he would have had, if he was to make Hellraiser today, this is what it would have been. This is definitely true to what his vision was. The fact that it was a female playing the role of the priest didn't bother me at all. She did a fantastic job. To me, there was no differentiation in between Doug Bradley and her. Like, she played the part to the T. She was as creepy, scary, sexy, alluring.
I feel like she was super standoffish, like a normal priest. Like,
yeah.
she was just like.
She was the one that didn't get her hands dirty. Only when she had to. You know? And that's what it was for me. I love this movie. I did. I really did. There were a couple issues that I had with it. Some of the little minor physical inconsistencies, like what you were talking about, the dude getting sliced either on his stomach or back. I don't know which one it was.
It started out here and worked all the way up to the sternum.
And that's kind of a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the blade was
Carlos,
about,
right?
Yeah, that was the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin, not
Collins. Yeah. God, racist.
Oh my god, damn.
No, it's like that blade was at least this big.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was gushing blood at
Yeah.
the beginning, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, it stopped.
And then you've got the wires that are wrapped around him and pulling him.
Those things look painful.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's, yeah. And he's still okay to walk and stuff.
Well, it was around his arms, his legs, and his chest.
Yeah.
Or his belly.
Yeah. Like, that was a lot of blood that he lost.
Absolutely. Like, I don't even know how he, like, I kind of wish we would have had follow up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he looked pretty bad.
He did.
He should either be dead or passed out.
There's veins.
Yeah.
They're not very deep.
No. They heal quickly, but you can still bleed.
Yeah.
A lot. Some of the special effects were not
Questionable.
great for the time and the type of movie that it should have been.
So when we look at where the roof comes in, that grid,
Yes.
and it's got like the lightning and shit behind it, that was a little outdated.
That was in some of the like scenes where the dimensional doors open, and you've got some of those special effects and some of the people being torn apart and stuff like that. Some of the special effects were a little dated. Even for a movie, we know it's not high budget, but I feel like it could have been a little better. But overall, I mean, that's really the only complaints I have. Overall, I thought it was a great movie. As an entry into the Hellraiser franchise, it's definitely one of the better ones. Because let's be honest, the Hellraiser movies are not that great story-wise. The first
They're not. They were campy as fuck in the 80s.
First two, they're not 80s, they're 90s.
The very first one?
87.
Still 80s.
But that was the best, that's the best one that they had. The best storyline.
I'm looking at it as objective because I'm not seeing the originals.
Right. But as an entry into the Hellraiser franchise, it's one of the better ones. It's up there with the first two or three.
Right.
But obviously, I mean, it's kind of, it's in very low company, unfortunately. Still a fantastic franchise. I love the franchise. The movies aren't great. The stories are good. The movies aren't great. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. I will. Because I want to. Would I recommend it? Like Miss Angel said, I definitely recommend it to horror fans. People that like the Hellraiser franchise, people that are fans of Pinhead, Clive Barker, anything like that. Definitely. If you're, Netflix and chilling, watch this movie.
Don't do a lot of watching movies when I'm doing that.
I understand that, but that would be perfect because you've got this, they're cuddling, the whole...
What's how Birds of Prey?
We watch a lot.
I made a
of
great
movies.
30 minutes in before I just kind of...
Huh?
We watch a lot of movies.
We do.
All the way through.
We do.
Okay.
We don't Netflix and chill.
But y'all are old with kids. So.
We are. We drink and sleep.
High five!
That's what we do.
Perfect.
That's what we do. We drink and sleep.
Yep.
Which is probably what we're going to do tonight. So, anyway. You fucking old.
Don't fucking start with me.
But yeah, I was impressed. I was definitely impressed with the quality of the movie, the quality of the story, and the underlying kind of commentary that was in there. It wasn't in your face. It wasn't over the top. It was there if you knew to look for it. And if you weren't paying attention to that, you could just watch the movie and be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm not saying that you have to take the message in.
no.
I am saying that if you're someone who has dealt with trauma from those things, you're gonna instantly see the message.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that this movie is gonna trigger everybody.
Right.
I'm saying if it's a hardcore thing for you, though, you're gonna see it and you're gonna feel it.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Great show.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Also, you guys should message in and tell him to finish decorating for Halloween.
That's happening this week.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we'll get the pictures and videos and stuff up.
Because we were gonna take a date on Tuesday, but then I remembered that either he gets to drive with me to Lenore City, or stay home.
I'll probably stay home and decorate. Decorate. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I want to thank my hosts with me tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Man.
I'm not actually a host on this show, so thanks for having me.
I mean, you are now. I mean, you've been here on the last couple of shows. Definitely the last one that we've done video on. I will say though that we are working towards updating the studio. I know you can see that it's 2 different colors, and that we're kind of crowded around the table right now.
Well, and when Falling from Grace comes back up, I probably won't be here as much. Not never, but as much.
Where are you gonna be?
Not here.
Where are you gonna broadcast from?
I mean, when Falling from Grace comes back, I'll be here.
Oh.
But I meant
on behind the screen.
Okay. The fact that went over your head kills me.
You said no. I was literally
You're
talking
short.
about.
You're short, but not that short.
I was talking about the studio, and she's like, "I'm not gonna be here." Where the fuck are you gonna broadcast from?
So I'll be here.
Are you gonna broadcast from a private studio?
I'll be here.
Stream live?
In the garage.
But I might not be here all the time on. Fuck me.
You won't be hosting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
He got it.
That went over your head, so.
He knew what the fuck. Don't try to.
It's because the intelligence level of that comment was so low that I stepped over it, and you all fucking waded through it.
Whatever.
Oh,
You
you
know
were
what the fuck
tripping
I was
on that
saying.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll sleep on the couch later tonight. It's cool.
It's fine.
It's cool.
You watch Hellraiser movie now.
I will.
Right?
I will.
Watch the original for all I care.
I'll watch the monsters tonight.
Good.
Anyway, all right. I want to thank my host, obviously, but I also want to thank you guys, all of our listeners, supporters, and followers. We don't have a very big following on YouTube right now. Yet. Mainly probably because I haven't posted anything on Facebook yet. Look, everything that has happened this week, you're lucky I got anything posted.
So, do these videos go on Discord?
No.
You can't upload them to Discord?
Probably not. Twitch I probably can.
Or Twitch. We could probably put them on Twitch also.
Yes, I will be getting with the producer to
That would be great.
upload them to Twitch.
I think we'll see a bigger following on Twitch.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just need to get
Bless you.
the login and how to upload it to our channel
absolutely.
and stuff. But yeah, YouTube, Wiki Curiosity Media, that's where we're at. That's where you're probably watching this. I will be posting the links on Facebook. Once this one gets uploaded, I'll post the link to our whole site on Facebook, and be like, hey, first 2 episodes are up. So, yeah.
What are we doing next time?
Haven't figured that out yet. I want to do the monsters, but I got to figure out where it is.
Maybe. I mean,
I think
if we
it's
all
on Netflix.
binged it, though, we could do Dahmer.
We could do Dahmer.
I'm trying to.
How many episodes are there?
10.
We could do Dahmer. It's only Sunday.
I understand.
By
but
next Sunday?
He's got a show that he's watching.
Oh.
We will put it. We will see where we're at Wednesday or Thursday and come up with a movie. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. If you're watching this at night, fantastic rest of your day, whatever. It's evening time for us. It's Sunday evening. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. Have a fantastic week.
Good night.
And we hope to see you back here next week. Support your local veterans, fire police. Support your veterans, fire police, and EMS. And as always, be safe, be smart. We want you back here every week to watch our new broadcast. So,
if you are in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, as we talked about earlier today, last night we had a prowler, I guess you would call him,
probably, yeah.
in Powell, Tennessee. It looks like Claxton. You may be the recipient of the same person. So just keep your doors locked and keep yourself safe.
Stay strapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that'll help them on Thursday night when they watch this.
I'm just saying.
But we got you.
You better want to post this, man.
Yeah,
No,
Thursday night.
I mean, posting it tomorrow, and they're watching it on Thursday.
Well, okay, so hopefully this person is caught though by then, and we can all be safe.
We just want everybody to be safe.
This seems to be an ongoing issue, so let's hope we all come together and catch him.
Stay strapped, stay locked. All right, y'all have a good night, have a good week. See you back here next week. If you like this video and you want to see more content like this, head on over to our page at Wiki Curiosity Media. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to ring that bell to be notified of any new videos that we post.